Hello all, welcome back to my YouTube session. This is Mukesh, and in this video series of tutorials I'm going to discuss about the deep learning concepts. So first we will understand what is the deep learning, and this video is already has been designed such a way so you can get the most out of it. So let me introduce the deep learning concept, what is the requirement of deep learning, what all are the applications of deep learning, and why we need this deep learning concept, right? So basically three questions we do have: why is the requirement of deep learning, when we use deep learning, and what all are the advantages we will get if we use deep learning. So before that we need to understand the architecture, where does it lies, because already we do have the concepts of artificial intelligence, machine learning, and now the next concept is the deep learning, right? So first we need to understand the what is artificial intelligence. So basically artificial intelligence refers to the simulation of human intelligence in machine that are programmed to check the humans and mimic their actions. So basically what is saying, it clearly says like the activities which is going to perform and which is performing by the human being, so how machine is going to use them, right? Or how they can perform the same actions. So for example, if you are driving the autonomous car, right, or driverless car, so everything is the object, so human can easily understand whether there they has to take the left and the right. So how machine is going to understand, right? So these comes under the artificial intelligence, where machine is trying to get the ability to understand features from there itself, right? After that, the artificial intelligence, we do have the another application, or the most powerful concept, that is the machine learning. So basically machine learning provides the ability to system to understand from the feature itself without being explicitly programmed. So for example, suppose we are working on a task and we are giving the inputs to the system, and system is trying to get the best outcome from that task, right? So it keep on continuing on the task until it won't get the best accuracy. So this is machine learning. But here in the machine learning we do have multiple scenarios, like machine learning is the type of supervised as well as unsupervised learning, and again we do have the multiple algorithms like logistic regression, decision trees, random forest, naive bayes, unsupervised learning like principal component analysis, k-mean clustering. Still, why do we need the deep learning concept? So this is again a bit interesting part. So what all are the challenges we do have in the machine learning? What all are the real world situations or problem that we can't solve with the help of the, machine learning? So all these problems we will solve using the deep learning. So now deep learning is the sub branch, or we can say the application, or is the class or algorithm of the machine learning, right? So from the figure it's clear, like first is the artificial intelligence, then machine learning is the branch of artificial intelligence, and deep learning again is the application or branch of the machine learning, right? Now from the screen directly you can see this is a apple. Easily we can understand and we can recognize, right? This is the apple by seeing our eyes. So here what we need to do, we need to design a model in such a way it will get some input from the raw data, and after that it will predict whether it's a fruit or not a fruit, or whether if it is a fruit, what kind of fruit, whether it's a orange, banana, mango, and everything, right? So here what we have to do, we need to give the data to the model, but directly we can't provide the this data to the model, because model need data in some fashion. So that fashion is like it need the label data, or some feature engineering process should be done on that one before providing to the model. Like we need to do some wrangling part, we need to handle the null values, we need to check the outliers. So everything, the all the statistical part we need to check on the data. So this is called the feature extraction process, right? So we need to do everything feature extraction process on this raw data, and after that if data is now in the position to provide to the model, then we will provide this data to the model. Now model try to understand on itself like what kind of data and what all are the underlying patterns within that data, and after that it will recognize and it will give the output whether it's a fruit or not fruit, right? So here outcome would be the apple, right, from the data. Now we need to understand a concept here. So just go before that, guys, this is a one model, Okay, but if I'll talk about the real world entities where everything is the object. You are driving a car, road, street, pedestrian, street light, the vehicles, everything is the object. So based on that you need to design the model. Based on their features you need to develop the models. How many models you need to develop? We don't know. How can we develop such models? We don't know. And what all are the features we require to design develop the model? We don't know, because there are many features. How come we can develop such kind of models? So this is not possible through the machine learning, because in machine learning everything required is the data, that is labeled data, and we need some feature engineering process on the data. After that we have to provide such process data to the machine learning model. So machine learning model is not capable to understand without feature extract processing data to get the important features from it, right? So that's what deep learning comes into the picture. Now why deep learning? So as I mentioned, in machine learning we require feature engineering process, right? So where we need to check everything about the data, the size of the data, the underlying pattern within the data, and if there is a null or correlation, or we can check the outlier. So everything we need to do, all the operations we need to perform in the machine learning. But deep learning says you need not to worry, I'll be there to handle such problems. So it says feature engineering is the process of extracting feature from raw data to better describe the underlying problem. It is fundamental job in machine learning as it improves model accuracy. So higher the feature, higher the accuracy, or we can say the better the feature within the data, better the accuracy will get through the model, right? Next advantage of the deep learning is that one of deep learning's main advantage over other machine learning algorithm, its capacity to execute feature engineering on its own. So guys, the feature engineering data from the raw data, deep learning provides a facility so that it's very accurate, and it's compared to machine learning models. It's very fast to understand such patterns within the data. Now next advantage, best results with unstructured data. So guys, the unstructured data, because we don't know what kind of format of the data is, okay, some kind of PDF, some is pictures, data is stored in the databases, so many patterns are there. Machine learning models are not capable to understand such unstructured data. So in most of the real world problems data is unstructured because most of it exists in different formats. As I mentioned, the text format could be there, PDF files could be there, and many more, right? But these kind of unstructured data is handled by the deep learning. So deep learning says you need not to worry, I'll handle everything on myself. Now next advantage of the deep learning, no need for labeling of the data. So in the machine learning, the data which we are providing to the model, that should be labeled, right? So sometimes the data labeling process is simple but time consuming. With deep learning, the need for well-labeled data is made obsolete, so deep learning algorithm excel at learning without guidelines, right? So other forms of machine learning are not nearly as successful with this type of learning. So that's what we need deep learning. Now guys, we need to understand the performance graph of the machine learning algorithms as well as the deep learning. Here I'll show you one graph, right? So basically this is the performance graph where I will check the performance of the machine learning model as well as the deep learning. So here you will see the machine learning curve. It's trying to continuously increase, and after that it's getting the constant or slightly linear, right? But when deep learning curve comes into the picture, it indirectly says it's starting from the origin, it went down, and again it's started increasing, right? So you will see from the origin, the point where these two graphs, they are pointing to each other or they are crossing to each other, till that point machine learning model is performing very well because data size is very less. But when the data size grows, in terms of like millions or lakh of millions, so multi data, right? In that scenarios, deep learning performing very well compared to machine learning model, right? Now we need to understand what all are the deep learning algorithms. So guys, this is the only one general session for the deep learning. So I'll be going to create a separate this session on these algorithms, where I will explain every algorithm practically as well as theoretically, right? So these are the algorithms which currently we are using in our practical domain. So first one is the CNN, that is known as convolutional neural network, that is for the image classifications. Second one is the recurrent neural network, that is for the time series analysis. And we do have some limitations with the RNN, where vanishing gradient problem is coming. So to overcome that one, we have a different technique that is called LSTM, long short term memory networks. And after that we have stacked autoencoders and deep Boltzmann machine and deep belief networks. So these are the most important algorithms that I'm going to create a separate series, video series. In that one I will explain each and individual. So everything I will explain: what is the activation functions, how we can provide the input to the layers, what all are the hidden layers, what all are the weights and biases we need to use in that one, what is the advantage, what if we want to use the weight and biases, what will happen, how algorithms is going to perform. So everything, you need not to worry, I'll cover everything without the practical scenarios, right? So this is all about the deep learning, guys. Thank you so much for watching my YouTube video, and this is the time to say the goodbye until the next video. Please do like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel, that is Mukesh Tech Hub. So thank you so much guys for watching my video.